goodness.
Is Brett jealous of Pete's popularity?
The idiots that have been voting for him because of the carry-ons that he's been doing.
And the hothouse is about to be hit by a bombshell.
Love you. Sorry, sweetheart. I've decided to leave the hothouse.
Breakfast at the end of the grocery week, and the hothouse caravan pantries are almost bare.
We're out of milk, fruit,
Bread out of, milk almost out of.
and some very important essentials like semi-dried tomatoes,
And chocolate.
But on site, the tradesmen don't care about chocolate, they want workers, and it seems there's a storm brewing.
First thing is, we've got to clean it up. It's like a bloody pigsty. Can't work everywhere you walk, you trip over
Daryl the Tyler has the nickname Grumpy, and he's in no mood for Pete's slackness.
Go and get your tools, come back and get into it.
Go on, Pete.
Not for me to supply you with gear, you've been supplied.
Go on. Up you go.
No good leaving them in the
Where they
van.
are. Don't you dare ask me where they are.
We've been supplied with them, let's use them. That's what they're supplied for.
Go on. Don't ask me where they are. You go find them.
Next, Ben and Kat step up to the plate.
Place the pigsty.
Yeah.
Let's get the bloody thing cleaned out.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get all this out here, what we're not using.
I was cutting till 6 o'clock.
Right, no excuses. No excuses. Now we've got to clean all these joints out. There's a lot of cleaning like this here, still pretty grotty, eh?
Yeah,
All this stuff here, all this over here,
yeah, gotta get...
all the cuts down the bottom here, none of it's been cleaned out properly.
Ben and Kat are copping it from both sides as Grumpy's son Gavin joins the fray.
I've got at least 6 days work to do and only 3 to do it in. So I just need to be left alone.
The master bedroom has been Ben and Kat's passion, but Gavin wants them to clear out.
The quickest way it's going to get done is if you go away. Having the caravan for. Well, it's been good and that, but I'm on time frame now, so.
Yeah, we've been working our ass off, yeah.
Yeah, you've been working well. But the end of the day, it's a lot quicker if I go myself.
I felt a bit annoyed at the fact that Gav just, wanted us out of there when, we've been working our guts out all week. So, I don't know, in a way, I guess I just felt like it's sort of our hard work may have just gone down the drains.
Dude, you might be able to say that to the rest of the tradies on site, but like we're not builders and we're here giving it a go.
Yeah.
We're doing whatever you're telling us to do, You don't throw that back in our faces.
Landscape architect Mike Swanson has arrived with the final design for the hothouse, based on Calvin and Heather's plans that the group voted for.
You actually got a much larger pool.
But as always, there's a pressing deadline.
So your job, I guess, is to coordinate all this, keep going with the construction schedule and start choosing materials. And we only have 4 weeks to build this stuff, so it's...
4 weeks, is it doable?
Yes.
And they're off. Calvin and Simon, who've been made landscape coordinators, set a cracking pace.
We'll mark this out, dig it out, fill this up.
But Pete just can't help stealing the show.
Walk through the middle.
Something like that, and just pass them in.
You did the same, right?
Yeah, he's up to mischief.
Inside the hothouse, Tina is having a tough morning.
Make sure you don't scratch the glass tiles.
I'll be doing them.
Can you be trusted?
Sure as I can.
Daryl the Tyler is on Tina's case.
I'd say there's probably one grubby couple, and there's a couple doing the laundry at the present time.
To make matters worse, they've been tiling for more than a week and her neck is sore.
Obviously wasn't bending the right way. So, it just happens. So a nice massage wouldn't go astray.
I actually sat on the bed last night and I massaged it.
Oh, you like this?
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah. Really good. Oh!
Now you're going to have sore ass when Croppy finds out.
If you don't tell him, I won't tell him. Oops!
Bloody house.
You do him to a T.
Yeah.
Up next, the girls take control.
No, I missed.
And childhood tales from the ditch.
When we were at high school doing a nudie run into the pool at 7 years of age, and I think grossing my sister's friends out.
It's day 52 and building activity is heating up in the hothouse yard. It's kick-off time for the extensive landscaping and 2 swimming pools that will put this prize home beyond compare.
The pool will run flush, and then you've got an edge on this side where the water will actually come over the edge. It'll come into this little system that's down here and then come back up through the pool and go again. Thank God we're not digging it by hand. Again.
It also reminds Brett of when he was a young lad.
I had some of my best memories in our pool at home. We had a round above ground pool, and we probably had the only one in the street. It's something that all of us 3 kids actually grew up with, even my younger brother who's 7 years younger than me. I actually remember him when we were at high school doing a nudie run into the pool at 7 years of age, and I think grossing my sister's friends out, and he actually did that in front of my baseball team, so hopefully he's not doing it now, but
It seems everyone has a childhood pool memory.
Basically, I was in the water holding on, picture this as being a pool, holding on to the sides and sort of just like going like that, and then falling in the water so many times, and then a friend of my parents said, well, that's how you learn to swim, which is true, because you sort of fall down and instinctively you go up again and you grab the top again. That's my very earliest memory of a pool.
Well, I grew up in North Queensland, up in Townsville, so whoever had the pool had everyone over basically every afternoon.
I don't remember first going in the water, but I remember when I first collected my badge that I could swim 5 metres, and I've still got that. It's a little red badge. I can swim 5 metres.
Actually, I learned to swim the hard way. I got my older brothers grabbed my hands, jumped off the Birkenhead Bridge in Port Adelaide, hit the deck, and let go of me, and I had to learn to swim to the shore. So basically, that's how I learned to swim. Crash course.
If pools create nice memories, the hothouse winners should have extra nice memories because the hothouse has 2 pools, thanks to Blue Haven Bob.
This is not the average backyard pool, obviously.
Blue Haven Bob has installed more than 15,000 pools in his time, but he also holds the record as the world's fastest.
I haven't checked it, but we were in the Guinness Book of Records for the fastest installation of a fiberglass pool at that time.
It was the 1970s, and the Americans held the record at 4 hours to install a pool.
So I said, that's rubbish, you can't possibly do it in 4 hours. And it was a good learning curve because, to cut to the chase, we did it in under 2 hours, proving that if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Well, this job is about precision, not speed, and the first thing he needs done are 2 holes, and he has some unlikely volunteers.
I'll show you how this works.
Great.
The right hand, straight back, is the main boom up, forward, down, sideways, rolls the bucket up, right, it's to empty.
I go left. Ooh. Did I do that? Oh, I missed that one.
It's not an accelerator, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
The accelerator will leave it either way.
Won't touch that because I don't want to go down there.
Okay.
And
Stop. Okay, right hand to the right.
which way? Keep going.
Right hand to the right.
No, I missed. Yeah.
Left hand to the right, very steady.
Very steady. Tell me to slow down.
Don't worry about your house.
No, I loved it. I felt like Sigourney Weaver in Aliens, you know, from very machines. It was fabulous.
After the break, Pete and Tina turn on the charm.
We've just got something we'd like to present to you guys as something we want to do in here.
And then turn on each other.
No, babe.
middle.
Yeah, in the middle.
Okay, we'll double check it.
If you want to save Ben and Kat, SMS the number 3 to 188 1110. If you want to save Brett and Jeff, SMS the number 7. To save Pete and Tina, SMS the number 14. Alternatively, you can vote via our website.
Well, I'll go through the motion. If I have to get a group decision, I will, but I've tried that and my ideas have not been considered. So I'm not going to hassle your room. I expect you to do the room how you like it, and I respect that. And I expect people to respect my room and my decisions as well.
That was a month ago, but now Pete and Tina need the group's approval to spend money on their media room. They want doors installed for when they're watching noisy home movies. And after getting advice from Jean-Pierre...
Why not? I think that would be marvellous.
Les...
Bifolds will be the way to go.
And Pete from Corinthian Doors...
Yeah, well, we're actually thinking about bifold doors ourselves, man. So it's probably something like some wooden doors with a bit of glass in them.
Today they finally learnt the price.
3.8, that's all up. That's the price of your doors. We've got to get Jack back, have to get Ziploc Jono back, and we'll have to get Cole back to paint them.
So they're pitching it to the group.
Well, if I talk to them
it's not going to go, I'll tell
and
you.
ask them about it, we're going to try and think positive. We're going to try and hope they think positive too. Good afternoon, guys. Thanks for coming into the media room. We've just got something we'd like to present to you guys as something we want to do in here. They're called the Atherton doors. Basically what they are is like bifolds. They're 2 panel on each side, so it will be like split down the middle in half with two panels and timber frame with glass. We can, you know, talk about what sort of glass, like how deep we want the coloured glass and stuff like that.
Pete and Tina are a bit surprised. Their idea seems to be going over well.
And you'd use the same kind of wood as perhaps is in that?
Blend the wood that we already have and just bring it inside.
So where would the doors go like
There will be
with
two on this side and 2 on that side, so you can close them up.
I guess if I knew it was going to look good, I'd consider it, but you know, if it's sort of going to look a bit cheesy with smoky glass and stuff, you know.
I would consider it if I could see the colour of the glass, but if the glass was dodgy, then I don't think it's worth it. It looks really nice.
Well, the glass would be a group thing.
So it would have to be a group decision as well, would it?
I'd actually like to see a picture, like a visual of what it's going to look like. It's a little bit like Jules.
I would like to see a picture as well.
You'd get my vote if there was a nice looking glass on there and the wood was the same as that.
That's right, well the wood would be the same as that.
Yeah, we did say
as you come in that doorway, you'll be meeting with the doors here.
Just got to sort the glass out.
Yeah.
The glass is something we'd put through the group anyway. But
What if we go away and see what we can get, okay, and then bring it back to you next week or something and see how you feel then?
Then Pete pushes the point and things turn bad.
Yeah, a picture may not change your mind if you're either...
I'm kind of more...
I can show you the best doors in the world, and you don't want doors that aren't going to change your mind.
I'm kind of more for not putting it in, just to keep the feel of the house, but a picture may sway me, that's all.
So basically, who wants doors, who doesn't? That's what it basically goes down to, because if you don't want doors, we're not going to worry about it. Yeah, who wants doors?
No. Oh.
So that's 3. Okay, well, no doors.
Yeah. Okay.
Another lost vote for Pete and Tina, and Pete's badly wounded.
What happened with the vote?
Exactly
Well,
what I predicted.
a big... No one wants it, you know.
I really don't think they researched it
Yeah.
far enough as well.
They had no idea what they were doing.
They didn't know what the glass was going to look like, and for us to say yes and then leave it in Pete's hands to pick glass, we could end up with,
Anything, yeah.
I don't know, glass with
Anything.
like
Say anything.
guitars drawn on it. I don't know.
I just don't understand why they waited until, you know, the room was built, you know, the tiles are laid down. I mean, they should have done it, you know, if they were so strong about it, why didn't they have a say 6 weeks ago?
I waited 4 weeks.
That's life. That's
Sort of
life.
predictable to knew it was going to happen, so...
Okay.
Anyway, it's over now, so...
Next
house
idea.
House is finished.
Next idea, babe.
No more ideas, mate. That was it.
Pete's bad luck with the door proposal isn't his only problem at the moment. It seems everyone thinks he's not pulling his weight on the site.
He's just the token worker today. He gets a bit cocky because a lot of people come to the fence supporting him, so he just wanders around.
Lack of work.
Their work ethic is.
Oh, definitely, I think. Pete said will only ever do the bare minimum, mate. That's probably why they've only got as far as they have in life, you know. They just expect to have things handed to them on a silver platter.
Need some diggers out here, guys. When you're not doing it.
Oh, we love the hot house.
Yeah, we love it, mate.
The only reason we come down is to watch Peter and Tina. They're fed in commodities.
We don't just rely on the cameras, we come down here and watch what they're doing. We see them working all the time. We see what's said to them, how they're treated. And I think a lot of people in here got to realise the reason why they react the way they are is because of the way they've been treated, like any other Aussie would in the world, mate.
Pete's work ethic is pretty disappointing. I mean, I think, yeah, there's certainly a lot of room for improvement in that department.
We watch Brett and Jeff, we've got no dramas with who they are, but we don't like the way that they go after everyone else. You know, we watch the show, we've seen them have a chop at Bible bashes, we've seen them have a chop at Jobbos.
This one and this one.
All right, keep your f***ing pants on.
Yeah, well, no, babe.
Middle.
Yeah, in the middle.
Okay, we'll just f***ing double check it.
You can see.
And yet, when we watch Pete and Tina, they're exactly what they are on TV when we watch them here. So that's why we make the effort to come, mate.
Coming up, Simon and Tina escape.
Unfortunately, we're both married.
That's right.
And is it all just too much for Pete?
I'm sorry, I love you. But yes, see you at home from Pete.
It's knock-off time at the site, so Simon's treating boating novice Tina to a spin in the signature.
Oh, well, that was a bit tricky.
They've invited along Bribey local Nick. He's impressed by their vessel.
So some lucky duck's going to win this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting against the whole house.
It would be.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd be happy just to win this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nick's regarded around these parts as a bit of a fishing guru.
What can you get in, like, the first couple of k's of the hot house, like, fish-wise?
A few k's from where the hot house is situated will get you out pretty well anywhere in the passage area, and it ranges from whiting, bream, flathead, estuary cod, trevally, mangrove jack.
Okay.
And it's not just good fishing round Bribey, you can get mud crabs as well.
So what we're going to do is put the mullet into the crab pot. We're going to basically thread it through there. So now you can probably throw them over the edge for me if you want. We're in a nice spot here.
See you later. Okay.
All right. And the sunset's always like this?
The sunsets are even better than this on a good clear day. With no wind, the water's like glass.
Oh, beautiful.
And the backdrop of the Glasshouse Mountains, it's absolutely beautiful. Like,
I could definitely handle a bit more of this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You and us do as well.
Unfortunately, we're both married.
That's right.
Up close with real hothouse celebrities, Nick can't resist digging for some inside gossip.
Why often is Pete like in the...
Sometimes
he's just
got
upfront person?
Yeah, he's
or-
very upfront, outspoken, and he speaks his mind about exactly how he feels about something.
You can have a beer and be a great bloke, but you can also be, you know, that's the truth.
Yeah,
You know.
well, I say that to
Yeah.
him too sometimes, but I'm his lady, so I'll always stick up for him.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
you should. And
Yeah,
good on
and
you for
that's
doing
right.
that, you know.
Have you thought about, like, if you win the house, are you going to keep it?
For us, it's perfect. We just go. It's actually easy for us to move to Bribey than it is to consider what we might do if we don't win, but it sounds sort of weird, but...
Somewhere along the line, you've got to upend your whole life and shift.
Yeah.
People have got set careers and that, haven't they? You know,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, well, me, I could get a job anyway.
While Tina's been enjoying herself out on the water, Pete's been alone in the van, brooding, and his mood's turned foul.
They give me 14 votes a week, now down to 8 votes a week, all to me. What do they expect me to do? Do they expect me just to go, oh, thanks a lot? It mentally drains me, man. I've got no release. I'm not allowed to say nothing, I'm not allowed to hit nothing, I'm not allowed to do nothing. I've just got to take it all and it's getting to me.
The reason how we see it is Pete says he's put a pit bull in with a bunch of chihuahuas. He laughed at that.
Then Pete drops a bomb.
So I've written this letter to you. It says, Tina, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I've decided to leave the hot house. I've tried with all my strength to carry on, but I can't handle it any longer. I'm very sorry I ruined our dream so foolishly, but as you realise, it's not the only dream we've lost. I'm sorry, I love you. P.S. See you at home from Pete.
Far out.
Now, just in case you've forgotten, tomorrow is the 1st of April.
They've got to get them all together in the media room or something like that and then know exactly what's going on, but Pete's left the island, and I'm going to walk in there and say, April Fools, mate, you won't get rid of me that easy.
And while Pete schemes, the remaining 4 couples gather outside Simon and Jules' caravan for their favourite pastime, Pete bashing.
And Simon said you wouldn't mind, the same as Brett and I, any of us, any other couple to get it other than that.
Yeah.
After the house is finished and the show's done, then what? Like, it's nice to know that I can knock on the door and go and visit you wherever you are, you know, and there's no way you did it with Pete, you know. And I have faith in Australia that they're not going to give their house to somebody that does not deserve it. The idiots that have been voting for him because of the carry-ons that he's been doing, you know, that's just fueling them even further. And they're the people that we get at the gays, quite honestly.
Then thinking he's like an Aussie battler, you know, and he's nothing. He collects Kiss dolls. It's like he's a dork. He sits on the internet all day.
If you want to save Ben and Kat, SMS the number 3 to 188 1110. If you want to save Brett and Jeff, SMS the number 7. To save Pete and Tina, SMS the number 14. Alternatively, you can vote via our website. Tomorrow night on The Hot House, is Pete beaten to the punchline on April Fool's Day?
Just a little practical joke and everybody.
Yeah, well, that's stupid. The man in black tries his hand at interior decorating. No way.
I can't possibly say it. Pete's getting going crazy again.
And Ben carries Kat off into the sunset with a romantic proposal.
You know what? You make me, baby.